Hello and welcome to this Mindfulness in Nature video. My name's Katie. This is on behalf of the Stuart Low Trust. Thank you for joining me today. So we're going to be talking about mindfulness, what it is, just a brief description. And we're also going to be talking about bringing mindfulness into nature, and we're going to be practicing because that's the most important part. So I am sitting here today in the Bush Hill Park Community Wildlife Garden, and I want to say a big thank you to the friends of Bush Hill Park for letting me use the garden today to film these videos. In particular Carol and Caroline, thank you. I chose this garden really because firstly it's like an oasis of calm and tranquility in a very busy area. And also it kind of links into the part of mindfulness that is about compassion and connecting with other people and the world around us. So this beautiful garden is maintained and run completely by volunteers. And that links in nicely to what the Stuart Low Trust does as well. We're very, very grateful to all our volunteers, and we are about building community. So yes, it kind of seemed a fitting place to do it. So what is mindfulness? Just briefly, mindfulness is basically being in the present moment without judgment. It's because a lot of the time we are focused on the future or we're focused on the past, and we kind of forget to live in the now, to put the mind where the body is. So mindfulness can help us to feel calmer and have all sorts of benefits. And actually the benefits of mindfulness link really nicely into the benefits of being outdoors, connecting with nature. And both of those things are widely documented about the benefits. Again, make you feel calmer, it increases your well-being, and reduces isolation, loads of things. So it's worth looking up. And if you want to know more about mindfulness, I have made a series of videos for the Stuart Low Trust that kind of go into a bit more detail about what mindfulness is. So it's also about kind of when we bring mindfulness into nature, kind of reconnecting to nature and remembering that we are actually part of nature. We're not separate from it, we are it. As the philosopher Alan Watts once said, we didn't come into this world, we came out of it, like a wave from the ocean. We're not a stranger here. So when we're outdoors and reconnecting with nature, it can really make us feel, increase our sense of well-being a huge amount. And I think for me, one of the benefits of being in nature, especially recently during the pandemic, has been that it kind of reminds us that the world keeps turning, no matter what is happening for us in our lives, that the sun still rises and sets, and the birds still sing, and the ocean still waves, and there is a great comfort in that. So that's one of the kind of benefits of being mindful and being in nature. So how can we practice mindfulness in nature? So really the best way to do it is to bring your awareness to your senses. So you start to notice and appreciate things that maybe you thought were quite ordinary before, it's just a tree. But when you really pay attention to something and bring a mindful awareness to it, it can bring back that kind of sense of wonder that we may have had as children. And it can be like a revelation that we have a really different experience when we're mindful about something. So we begin to kind of see it with fresh, appreciative eyes and feel our connection to the world around us, and bring about that sense of wonder. As Eden Philpotts puts it, the universe is full of magical things, patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. So the world is all around us, just waiting for us to discover it. So I would encourage you to connect or reconnect with nature in whichever way you can, and if that's outdoors, that's fantastic. And we'll be talking more in the next video about different ways that we might connect with nature outdoors. So we're going to do some practice, mindfulness meditation practice shortly. I've actually got 2 exercises for you to do today, 2 for the price of 1, and I hope you enjoy them. And I hope they inspire you to kind of get outside and appreciate nature. So I'm just going to leave you today with a little poem. It's by Wendell Berry and it's called The Peace of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Thank you for watching today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Stuart Low Trust YouTube channel. Check out their website as well. It's slt.org.uk, and I will be back with another video. Please enjoy the meditations. Thanks for joining me. So just bringing your awareness to the wildflower meadow. And the awareness of your sense of sight. And just gazing at the wildflowers, almost as if you'd never seen any like them before. And just noticing any thoughts or feelings that come and go as you gaze on the wildflowers. Noticing if your mind is distracted and letting those distractions go. Bringing your awareness gently back to what you can see on the screen in this moment. Noticing the way that the flowers gently sway in the breeze. Noticing the butterflies, and any other insects that come and go. Noticing the colours, all the different colours and shades. Noticing the bee on the purple flower. Taking a moment to appreciate bees and insects, and how important they are in the world. Noticing the green of the leaves. And just noticing what you notice. Noticing what draws your attention in each moment. And just taking a moment to appreciate that each of these flowers has grown from a tiny seed and been nourished by sunlight, fresh air, the earth, and water, just like us. And just appreciating that each one of these flowers and leaves are unique, just like us. Allowing yourself to become absorbed and gazing on the wildflower meadow. And you can imagine that if you were sitting in this wildflower meadow, all the sounds you could hear, bees buzzing, the birds singing, you can imagine what it would be like to touch the leaves, smell the flowers, allowing each sense to bring you back to the present moment. So just focusing on the lake, the trees, the geese and ducks, the rain falling on the water. Just focusing on what you can see without feeling any need to label it or judge it. Just experiencing it as it is. And you can notice the reflections of the trees above in the water. Noticing the roots of the trees. And just noticing what you notice from moment to moment as you gaze upon the lake. And if you want to, I invite you to close your eyes and focus on the sounds of the rain and any other sounds that come and go. Allowing them to gently wash over you, allowing them to bring you back to the present moment. And you can remain sitting with your eyes closed, just listening and absorbing the sounds that come and go. Or you can open your eyes and be absorbed in what you can see. Allowing your senses to bring you back to the present moment and to bring you peace.